Welcome to our GRE Prep mini class with Elisa Fisher and Mary Carroll. Our topics today are verbal reasoning, quantitative reasoning, writing tasks, issue, and argument. In the verbal reasoning portion of the test, you need to understand and develop techniques to solve each type of the questions: test completion, reading comprehension, and sentence equivalence. You will also need to develop your vocabulary. Some ways to do this will be through flashcards, free apps, and learning Greek and Latin root words. The verbal reasoning has 2 sections with 20 questions each. Total 40 questions to be completed in 30 minutes per section. There are 3 types of questions. There's a multiple choice with 1 answer, a multiple choice with 2 or more answers, and multiple blanks, 1 answer per blank. We're going to focus on the sentence equivalence today. You will need to look for synonyms, keywords, context, clues, and tones. Maybe even create your own word at first, and then see if you can find the answer. These are some ways that you can figure out the answers. Try them in practice and see which ways work best for you. Look at some examples, see if you can determine the answer. Synonyms. Without looking at the question, can you narrow your answers down? Match some answers together? Pause the video to see if you can find the answer. Look at the definitions. There are only 2 words that mean the same thing. Now try this one. Pause the video and see if you can use the methods that I mentioned earlier to answer this question. The answer is A, plastic, and F, malleable, because they mean the same thing. On the quantitative reasoning portion of the test, you will need to review basic math skills from algebra and geometry. You will also need to learn some tips and strategies to compare or solve problems like back solving, make it real, or even drawing a picture. The quantitative reasoning has 2 sections with 20 questions each. It's a total of 40 questions for 35 minutes per section. There are 4 types of questions in this section: multiple choice, 1 answer; multiple choice, 2 or more answers; comparing quantities A and B; and a numerical entry questions which require you to do grid in. This is the calculator that is going to be used on the test. You'll notice there are no exponent buttons, so you'll need to review the rules for exponents before you take the test. Let's look at an example. Pause the video and see if you can answer this question. The answer to this one is D, because if x equals -2, then A would be larger. But if x equals 2, then B would be larger. So you can't tell whether or not A or B are going to be larger, so it's undetermined. So what if x is greater than 0? Pause the video and see if you can answer this one. What if x equaled 1? Then both of the answers would be equal, A and B. So then D would be, again, the answer overall. So make sure you're looking at the extremes. When I say the extremes, I'm talking about if it doesn't exclude 0 or 1 or the negative numbers, make sure you include them in your make it real. What about this one? Pause the video and answer it. Now B is larger for all of it because we're only dealing with positive numbers. Now try this one. Pause the video and see. In this one here, I kind of did some work off to the side. You can see how I made it real, and I came up with the answer A is greater. So this kind of helps you see how you can actually create an equation using real numbers to help you solve the answer.
I'm Elisa Fisher, and I'm the writing instructor for the online GRE Prep class. You will write for a total of 60 minutes on the GRE. In the first 30-minute essay, the issue essay, you will be given a point of view. You'll have to present your opinion about it and then construct an argument by presenting evidence and making claims. In the argument essay, you'll be given an argument, but this time it's flawed, and you'll have to be able to evaluate its effectiveness. That's a lot to accomplish in 60 minutes, so we'll be using the writing process to break the task down into steps. Finally, your essay will be scored holistically on a scale from 0 to 6. We will evaluate your paper by turning it into the same tool that the GRE uses to score your essay. It's called Criterion, and I'll be showing you how to use it in this course. Let's take a look at an argument writing task, and you'll see that the prompt is divided into 2 parts. the scenario followed by the instructions for what you are to do in your essay. And one of the most important things to determine is to make sure that you understand the argument. Therefore, you should define the argument in your own words. So take a moment and think about that now. Here you can see how I would have done that. Next, you would want to give some thought to the flaws in the argument because you will be addressing them in your response. So to sum up, this class is going to give you meaningful practice in writing at least 4 essays before you sit for the test. Specifically, we will cover how to evaluate the prompt, how to use a list to organize your ideas, how to locate flaws in the argument, how to construct a counter-argument, how to state your claim and support it with evidence, how to manage your time, and how to use criterion to score and improve your essays. I hope you will join me.
The classroom environment is a synchronized classroom where you will be with your teacher live. You can ask real-time questions, not just watch a video. The class is an interactive online class with a live teacher. You're going to see either me or Elisa at all times. Our asynchronized classroom, which is the one without the teacher, is mainly for reviewing topics not covered in the classroom, assignments, extra resources, and also to access the book. Come visit us at Communiversity at the University of Cincinnati to sign up for classes or to find out more information. Here's a little more information about your instructors. Elisa Fisher is Certified Blended Online Learning Instructor from University of Cincinnati. She has a master's in education with a reading endorsement from Xavier University. She's been a teacher for more than 10 years and co-owns a test prep company with Mary Carroll. Mary Carroll is also a certified blended online instructor from University of Cincinnati. She has a master's in education from Xavier with a concentration in math. She has been teaching for more than 6 years and has a 4-year degree in engineering and co-owns a test prep company with Elisa Fisher. Between Mary and Elisa, they have more than 12 years of experience teaching test prep classes. Come join us as we use our vast knowledge to teach you how to succeed on the GRE.